Good morning, and I'm going to say good morning again because I am streaming onto a few platforms here, and I knew they didn't all go live quite at the same time. So good morning, my name's Helen Bullen, I'm a business mentor. Many things under my hat per se to say. Obviously not got the right teeth in this morning, so let's start again. My name's Helen Bullen, I'm a business mentor, but I also have experience in running bricks and mortar businesses, online businesses, and now I do a lot of mentoring. I'm a retired osteopath, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and I love what I do. So if you're on, I'm going to wave to you if you're on Instagram. I'm going to say hi to you if you're on Facebook. Today I coin as Woohoo Wednesday. It's stuck. It's been that name for years, and I can't get away from it now because people are like, it's Woohoo Wednesday. I don't believe it should be a hump day. Okay, if you have a business or life that you're like, I don't like it, I don't like what I do, I can't wait to get to Friday, and then Sunday evening by 3 or 4 o'clock, you're like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow, then you need to make some changes. Or if you don't want to have the life that you've got, make some changes. Morning, Hazel has just done the longest woohoo on Facebook. I think she could be on LinkedIn. Thank you very much. If you haven't done it yet, just pop it in the comments. If you're watching on catch up, you can do the same. So what am I going to be talking about today? I'm going to be talking about social media. And the funny thing is, I'm going to say, tell me if you love it or hate it. But the irony is that I'm on social media talking about social media. So I presume anybody that really hates it and has decided never to use it is not going to hear my video. But I'm talking to business owners who think, I have to use it. I know it's good for my business. I don't like using it, but I got to use it somehow. So I'm going to try and change your thoughts on social media today. Now, you either love it and you're embracing it and it works for your business great, or you hate it. Now, I'm going to say to you, social media is great for your business. And when I started a business, there was not social media. There was, I remember when text came in, just as I graduated, text came in. I thought that was really like, whoa, massive. We had the internet, everybody had a website. But to be honest, websites in those days, people were making their own, and they were like pages and pages of text. And the only way really I got clients was by word of mouth. And I was in a dentist as well, so that helped. But by word of mouth, by delivering leaflets. And when I say that worked, you had to deliver about 1,000 to get the return on it, like one person, in fact, probably more than 1,000. The cost of those leaflets, the time doing it, or people you'd paid. Or you put an advert in the paper, and an advert in the paper was great on the day that it went in, but those people had to see it on that day and need your services, and it was expensive. So good morning. I can see there's a few more people coming on. If you're on, it's Woohoo Wednesday today. I can see loads of woohoos. In fact, it looks like there's competition for the longest woohoo going on there. It's just because I don't believe it's a hump day. So social media, it is great for business and you should embrace it. And when you find yourself moaning about social media, most of it is free. I know there's paid stuff, I know there's paid ads, and I know that people say, oh, the algorithms, I have to do this. But what other business? What do you give away free in your business really freely to everybody? We don't, but we expect social media to be free for us and everybody. It seems to be like a right, but this is a business. So I embrace the fact that I'm very grateful that certain parts are free. I'm also very, very grateful there are paid versions. I'm also very grateful whatever I can get my story out there, whether the algorithms are more difficult or not, whether there's thousands of people on it. It can waste your time. And I think that's really where most people say, I hate it. Well, there's two reasons actually why they hate it. It's a waste of your time. You end up scrolling, you lose yourself in it. I have key times that I'm allowed to do that. I sometimes set a timer. If I think I'll just do 10 minutes and just have a random scroll, because it's like a magazine. And we all used to sit and read magazines, and we all used to sit and watch the telly, and people still binge Netflix and they don't think that's wrong. But if you're on social media all the time, they feel that is wrong. And I think if it's distracting you for doing things you want to do, or taking time away from you having time off with your family or with your business, it's a bad distraction. So it can waste your time, but you can control that. The other thing that social media does that people don't like is it can sap your confidence and make you feel like an imposter, because what you're watching is this world of lovely people who seem to be getting success. Everything's perfect. They look great, normally because they've got 5 filters on, and you think, I can never be like that. Have you ever felt like that? Tell me in the comments. Have you ever felt like that you'd watch somebody else and you think, well, I can't do that because they're doing it, or you think there's too much competition, or you won't let yourself go on a video and do a live because you're not X, Y, and Z. Now, that is the downside of social media, but you are in control of that. So how can you make it work better? Tell me in the comments, actually, what platforms you're on. I'd love to know. Obviously, I'm going to think you're on the platforms that I'm streaming into, but I'm on about 3 platforms here at the moment. So tell me in the comments, what's your favorite? And don't worry, I don't think the algorithms are going to penalize you for that. You could just put the initials if you wanted to. I'm loving the woohoos. They're coming on well. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my Instagram. Nice to have you all on here. I've got Kirsty, got Hazel. I've got Berta. I'm going to say, the only trouble about Instagram is I can't see your names. I think Hazel's on. I can see Hazel. And she's not fooled me by the new name of her business, but I can see her on. So lovely to have you on. But tell me, what platforms are you on? Let me tell you the platforms I'm on. Now, I'm on many. I'm a business mentor. I need to be able to tell you about all the platforms. So I am on the platforms, but my key platforms are Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Funny enough, I'm streaming to all those now. YouTube, I've got to get better on YouTube. I am streaming there right now. So sorry, YouTube, if I went, but I'm coming. Maybe you could follow me, chat with me on YouTube, and then maybe I'd be more inclined to be there. But I also have to think where my audience is. I am also on TikTok, and without really realizing it, I shouldn't really say it loudly on all these platforms, I'm smashing it on there. I mean, I have 670 likes on my videos. I've got 100 and something likes all over. I've got 3,500 people in probably 2 months. That's selling my book. So I'm on there selling my book. I make great sales from TikTok. So I'm on TikTok too. TikTok, you can get really lost in. So I'm on lots and lots of platforms. Now, I'm going to apologize if I can't see. My Instagram has got stuck a little bit. So Kirsty says, got completely tongue-tied with excitement in my live yesterday, but I do that in live anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And if it matters to people, they're not your people. If it matters to they're not your people. Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, YouTube. So Kirsty's very similar to me, does a lot. What I'm going to say is how to make it work better. Choose one platform and do it well. Don't try and spread yourself thin. The next thing is to think. So there's a few things you have to put together. One platform, do it well. You can do 2 or 3, absolutely. But if you're struggling to do one first and build on that. Do one, do it well. What was my next thing I was going to say? I was going to give you loads and loads of advice, and it suddenly went, because I want to wave to all the people on here. Do one and do it well. Learn where your clients are. Where are your clients? Where they like to be? So for me, and I'm going to say this loosely because I don't think it's absolutely true, but most of my people that run small businesses are on Facebook and Instagram and possibly LinkedIn. That's where they are. They're not necessarily on TikTok. Now, you can all prove me wrong and say, I've got a TikTok account, Helen. I'm on there. Tell me if you are. Thank you for Andre for the woohoo. I love that. But mostly you need to think about what you like, which one you like doing, but are your clients there? So you can't just do the one you like doing if your clients aren't there. And can you show up and do it effectively? Now, the algorithms are difficult. So what I'd say is take the time to keep up to date with the social media platforms. Right now, I know on TikTok, if I do a video, it's not as good as if I do a run of photographs, put music behind it and set it as a video. That goes better. I feel like I'm saying all these words and the platform's listening to me, but we'll see. See how far this video goes. Instagram likes pictures. TikTok is trying, so I've heard, is trying to be a little bit, take people away from TikTok, from Instagram. So therefore it's having a similar type of platform. You've got Facebook, who for ages it was lives, and it still is to a certain extent, but now it's reels. It's reels on Instagram. Learn those things. Go and have a look. Learn how to put a link in. Make sure there's a link in your bio. Make sure your bio tells people what you do. Make sure you've got access. So people, if they want to find out more about you, they can go, I don't have to tell you any more about me. You can look up, maybe you should do that on the platform. Say, go and look at my bio on whatever platform you're on, and there'll be a way to contact me. You will be able to find me. Also, I always say to people, if you Google Helen Bullen, you will find me. You'll find me on Amazon if you put Helen Bullen in. You'll find me on the internet if you put Helen Bullen in. 1 L in Helen, 2 in Bullen. You will find me. There'll be pictures. And not terrible pictures. I'm talking about pictures. I sounded like there'll be pictures. There'll be pictures from my website, etc. But I'm out there. I put myself out there. So keep up to date with new things. Some of the platforms use hashtags. Make sure you use hashtags that are relevant to your business. So to make your social media work better, if you have a business that is local, make sure you are putting local hashtags in as well as what's relevant to whatever you've posted. I don't have to do that so much here because I can work with anybody. I tend to do a lot of UK hashtags because I tend to work with business people in the UK because I know the way businesses work in the UK. In America, it's slightly different. So I use those hashtags. But if I was in a town, I might do hashtag, probably not London. I'd do a Chelsea, hashtag Chelsea, or hashtag Leatherhead, which is near me. I would make sure there were some local hashtags because they draw me in. I would also go to those local hashtags and see who else is using them. Leatherhead is a bad example because I know this used to be near my clinic and there's another one in Canada. So you have to be careful that it's the right hashtag, but go and have a look and then see, is there a local business? And the best way to make the most of social media is to make connections, is to connect with people. So go onto your social media and look up a hashtag and think, oh, they're a local business to me. I'm going to look at their feed. Don't just go on and like it. Go on and make a reasoned comment on it that you like them or you like what they've done or you know where it is. Not just this is great or hi. Make an actual comment. Try and start a conversation with somebody because conversations mean, number one, the algorithm likes you to be chatting to people, and conversations mean people will go and look at your profile too. So the next thing I want you to do, if you hate social media, is to really think why you hate it. Because right now it's free for business owners to a certain extent. You can do it if you show up consistently and persistently, and that you don't expect to get 1 million followers in the first go, and you realize that this is free. Whatever you get is a bonus. Okay, I don't look at the people that how many watch it. I'm just like, I put myself out there and people still find me. Don't worry about numbers. Numbers are vanity. And yeah, I've got a lot of followers. I've got a lot of followers on TikTok now. Well, not loads, but I've got lots in this short space of time. And 3,500 people, they won't all be interested in what I'm doing. They're just people that have said, oh yeah, I might follow her. But they're not. There's a smaller percentage that really will buy into you. So just don't worry about whether you've got 100 or you've got 1,000 or 10,000. Don't worry about it. Just worry about putting great stuff out that's going to help people, advise people, support people, maybe be a bit humorous sometimes, maybe be informative, all those sort of things with relevant hashtags, and then make connections. If somebody answers you, you will find, not so much on Instagram, I'm afraid, because I can talk to you. When TikTok goes down, it doesn't save these comments. So my apologies. But everybody else, I'll be coming in. If you leave a comment, try it. Leave a comment and I'll come back in and I will answer you. Those who've been on my lives before know that's what I do afterwards. I come back in and I come and connect with you. I'm just looking at Kirsty. She says the most engagement comes from Facebook. That's where she gets most of her engagement. And you have to look at the stats and the insights, they tend to call it most of the platforms, as to where you're getting your results. But if you're not showing up persistently and consistently, don't expect results. All right, be honest with yourself. Don't say social media doesn't work. I talk to people all the time. They say, oh, I did social media, it didn't work for me. And I'm a bit like, well, I've never heard, says nobody ever. That's what I always think. Says nobody ever, it doesn't work for me. Because what it means is when I ask them, I say, how much have you done? They go, well, I did it last month and I went on 2 weeks running. And then I went on the last week. So I think I've done, and I say, how many have you done? Oh, 3 or 4 in a month. We need more than that. We need more than that. And what was it you put on there? Oh, I put on something there to show off my flash car and whatever. That's not your business. What are you sharing that will help people get to know you and your business and help and support them? And once you get on that track, social media works. So make connections, be consistent and persistent. The next thing to do, if you're not liking social media, is filter your feed. You are in control. The algorithms are clever that if you like something, if you comment on something you don't like, it will think you like it and send you more. If you keep liking something, it will send you more. If you don't comment on something or like something or share it, the algorithm thinks you don't like it. So it won't show you as much. So if you like things in your feed, get in and make a comment. If you don't, the other thing is you can clean it up. Most of the platforms have 3 dots or there's something top. I want to say top right. Most of them have it top right. You can click on it and you can snooze people. You can unfollow them without them knowing. You can block people. So if something is coming in your feed that you don't like or triggers you, not necessarily you don't like, where you think, oh, it's not fair or they're always doing that or I don't feel as good as them, don't follow them anymore. You don't need to see it. Used to say there's no such thing as competitors. Get on with your own stuff. Be you, be good at what you do, get on with what you do, and forget about competitors. Now, of course, If you're in a market where you're selling products and it's a price thing, you may need to look at your competitors, but not in a I can't do that because they're doing it type of way, in a learning way. Okay, they're charging that. So if you look at the supermarkets, quite often they're now, Tesco's is saying, I think, similar price matching on certain products for Aldi and Lidl's. They've gone, okay, they're getting more of our trade. That's clever marketing, but I'm not going to do it. This is Tesco's. I'm not going to do it because Lidl's price are lower than us, so we'll just give up. That's not good marketing. That's not good looking at your competitors. So filter your feed and clean it up. You have the power. So Andre says, Instagram Reels at the moment are high, but no return in the business yet. So maybe look at what your content is that you're putting out there, Andre, and make sure there is a way to contact you. Have a reason for people to like ask questions. Offer something that they can have. If you haven't done it yet, you may have seen, I think it's in my bio on Instagram, it's everywhere else. There is a quiz, a business quiz. Test out your business persona. I have a free quiz. You can do that. You get on my mailing list, you get tips, you get ideas for your business. I want all of you to go and sign up to that today. But maybe you need to offer something that people do contact you for. And sometimes it's hard for people to like what you've done as a visual, but then move into buying from you. They need to like what you've done as a visual, and then you need to get them in your world, that they're there, and you nurture them. And it can take months, even years, for people to move into your world. Some people move instantly. Some people take time. And some people don't need you right now. They don't need your services right now. But what you've done is it's like a little imprint. It's like when you see these local magazines. I used to always have an advert for my clinic in the local magazine. And the colours, everything was pretty much the same. People used to know it was there. So people would say, oh, I saw you in the local because I've seen you in there for months. Not that they saw that one advert. They'd seen it. And when they had a problem, like I was a retired osteopath, when they had a bad back or something, they said, oh, there's always that advert in the local. I'll go and do it. That's why it's worth, when you do advertising like that, you continue it because you become the norm. You'll have things that you'll probably get. They're probably about this size, aren't they? These little local magazines. And they come through and you'll say, I know there was a painter in there. There was. And normally that painter or decorator will be advertising every week. Here we go. Kirsty, I'm not sure if I should say this out loud, Kirsty. Kirsty says, I stalked you for months before joining the HB Club. People do. And why would you buy? If you're going to invest in yourself, why would you buy instantly? And I would say don't. I would say if you want to work with me, go and look at what I've done previously, and you can see that on my social media. And if you've been showing up persistently and consistently, somebody can go back and look at your feed. They can look at your bio. They can look at what you do. They can see testimonials. They get all of that information, and then people are ready to buy. Or they need you at that point. You do get a very small percentage that jump from seeing you to buying. Okay. But that's rare. But the rest of the people, you're nurturing. And I don't mind. If you want to work with me, work with me. If you don't want to work with me, that's great. And if you enjoy the lives, then great, show up. But it may be that you'll tell somebody else about me one day. I like helping people. So I don't put my content out just to go, 5 people didn't sign up to my HB Club or whatever. I don't worry about that. I'm going to give you information. I don't give you as much support as I do in the HB Club. I certainly don't give as much support as I do in my mastermind, HB Inspired. They have complete access to me whenever they want to. And I'm looking for people that want to join next year. So maybe if you're thinking about it, you can. There you go. Always a little pitch. There was a pitch there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Remember, social media is good for your business, but it can waste your time. So make sure you go and you allocate time when you're allowed to just scroll aimlessly, put a timer on. It can also make you lack confidence and feel like an imposter if you follow things that you believe are absolutely true. Look at social media with your rose-tinted coloured glasses. Right now, I'm sitting here. I wouldn't say I look smart. I've got my shorts on underneath. I probably wouldn't stand and do it in my shorts. Not I think they're smart. I wouldn't. Before I came on live, the reality is I had a hair grip in my hair because my hair is wild after chemo. Let's put it back in. I'll show you. I look like, was it one of the comedians used to go, I look like that because otherwise it curls right up over here. It's still a little bit damp. The reality of my world is not as it seems. It's not as it's. I'm going to take that off. And behind my desk, I've got notepads. I've got a purse sitting here. I've got a telecontrol. You can't see all that. You think it's perfect. Nothing is perfect, but that doesn't matter because it doesn't have to be perfect. Right, my lovely peeps, thank you so much for listening. I'm back on Monday, 7:30 a.m., Mondays and Wednesdays. I hope to see you then. If you've enjoyed it, please share it. Please comment. Let me know what you think. And maybe everybody share what social media platform they are going to really focus on and do it well and learn more. Right, my lovely peeps, I'm going to say goodbye to Instagram first. Thanks, Instagram. Always get my hand away. My phone, a little top tip, I have my laptop up and I've just balanced my phone on the screen so I can do three at the same time. How many am I streaming into? Four places I was streaming into at the same time. So I'm still streaming onto YouTube, onto Facebook, onto LinkedIn. That's 3, and then number 4. Right, my lovely peeps, thank you so much for watching. Speak to you soon, and I hope to see you all on Monday. Put that note in your diary, and I'll see you bright and early. Bye.